there's something about Kadita.
Kadita?
And I love it when I see a Kadita. Like, I miss seeing Kadita. I know before it used to be in the Rome even, like every now and then you see the Kaditas. But now that we're seeing it in Super Friends' hands, I'm sensing a much aggressive start. Supposedly, hopefully for ONIC PH going up against Aurora, but just the same Apex 47, even if we're not seeing the whole picture just yet. Look at where he is right now. Look at where he decides to show himself up. But Tianzi, he has something in mind. He actually tries to go for Brusco. Forces out the flicker in less than a minute.
Early aggression is really what we're seeing from Aurora Gaming now, even in game 2. So they got a battle spell out. They get that flicker out from Brusco, so that's something, you know, Kirk, little stutter step in there, but I don't think he's going to be able to do much. Mid lane, though, this is the thing. Can they actually go ahead and get an early start themselves for ONIC Philippines? Especially, like you mentioned, with a Kadita, that's going to be great. He already had to burn the Petrify, though, it looked like, so they weren't able to actually convert a kill here. You can see a whole lot of killing sprees, of course, a whole lot of assassin emblems for them. Pull yourselves together as well. And a little bit of the Festival of Bloods for ONIC Philippines, trying to extend some of those fights. And meanwhile, on the other side, you see Aurora Gaming. They just want to go for these kills. The lethal ignitions here. Lunar is going to do the same exact thing that he did in game 1. Like, he is the guy, the sandbag, to go ahead and tank up as much damage as possible. Well, Apex 47 just does what Hilda does best, and she is an annoyance to pretty much everybody.
Yeah, you're seeing how Rosa and Apex 47 really want to, you know, rotate faster along the map, which is pretty surprising for the Hilda and Selena in the mid lane. So that's pretty much how they're planning to play things out. I mean, I'm still not over the fact that Tianzi decided to wait there and try to get Brusco as first blood, but ONIC PH, they might secure the first objective of the game. Tianzi is nowhere near to contest for that objective, although they had some information though, so they might be trading it out for other things instead. But that other thing, could it be a kill onto King Kong? Tries to steal away the purple buff, but doesn't succeed in doing so.
Okay, that was a good attempt, you know, from Tianzi. He had the information, like you mentioned earlier, Brigitte, but couldn't take the buff away. So Tianzi at this point, especially as he gets his orange, is probably going to start to look for that first kill, that first kill pressure if they can. Kelra gets the information here, and you can see ONIC Philippines rotating down to keep him okay. Spear's going to be used. Just go ahead and spot them out, but Boom's not going to follow through. You can look at top lane too. Tianzi's been up there for a while, but it's not your ideal character to go for. You don't want to go for the Edith because of, once again, you can just kind of pop that Prime Wrath and be okay.
I mean, Lafel did say that though.
You did.
Like, if you want, you can try to go for the Edith. But again, since there's a lot of crowd control in ONIC PH, they're rotating relatively fast too. That might not be the best option. They disrupt Tianzi in his attempt to secure the orange buff. Rosa's Abyssal Arrow connects onto Super Friends, but they're not able to fight just yet. This is a much more careful approach we're seeing from Aurora Gaming so far. Now that they probably see ONIC is literally starting to fight back.
This is interesting because I feel like this is... Oh, never mind. Rosa is gone. Rough waves, not even a Petrify needed from Super Friends. So I was just about to say it was a killless game so far, you know, 3.5 minutes in, but ONIC Philippines made it happen finally. They have to be really calculated, I feel like, with this lineup too, on the pick-off potential that they're going to go for. So this might be the play from Aurora.
Oh, they catch Kelra down bottom. Is there a way to get out of this? There's the flicker. Somehow finds a kill onto Apex 47 still. I was surprised he was... But again, this is the card in the gold lane.
That was about the best you could hope for in that situation. A 1v3. So it is going to convert also to a turret for Aurora Gaming. But again, you have to find something. And for Aurora, that's the decision they made. It did go in the right hands too. Tianzi picked up the kill. So now this might be where we see some of the pendulum try to swing in favor of Aurora Gaming. Lunar.
Now I feel like the decision is to always go for the gold lane, but look at the Tidal Strike. Tsunami Slam denying Tianzi of the pickoff. Sigibum will be trying to escape and successfully will do so. Great attempt, however, from Aurora Gaming, but you see just how alert Brusco is. He has to protect his gold laner this time.
Brusco is so good at just protecting pretty much everybody, but especially there for Kelra. Rosa getting pretty close here.
There wasn't a flicker for Rosa though, and there was a petrify from Super Friend. Probably wanted to save it for later, but that could have been a pickup. Yeah.
And that's okay. Again, you know, their Aurora Gaming seems to be going and just focusing on the macro for now.
Yep.
Really focusing on down, and if they can get some of these objectives, because you sort of have to be, like I said, very decisive on the fights you choose here. You can see this might be a moment for ONIC Philippines to start putting some pressure on their side of the jungle, but still they want to do it with caution, as Aurora's been doing pretty good at just farming up. You know, they're not too far behind or anything like that at all.
What is Apex 47 trying to do too?
He is the vision. He is the visionaire right here.
He's literally not letting go of wherever King Kong is, trying to go fully aware of whatever patterns they're trying to do. But does Aurora Gaming know that the plan is to actually attempt and go for the mid lane? Oh! The title strike was somehow denied by the Dark Wave from Lunar there. But Apex 47, he's still holding this spot.
Yeah.
He's not letting go of that area of the map.
So he cut that wave. They dealt with that, and they might get a little bit of pressure.
Won't be even able to use the SOD. Tianzi tries to catch up, but I don't think there will be a fight breaking out anytime soon here in the top lane. There is an upcoming objective, so that's probably what they have to pay attention to. But speaking of paying attention, Apex 47.
This is why I was saying earlier, like, Hilda is just a nuisance to everybody. Because this is what actually.
Now he gets to deal with him. Alright, we see King Kong actually finds the kill onto Apex 47. This time though, Tianzi also finds the kill onto Kirk. Brusco barely making it out alive. The Abyssal Arrow also won't make it. Rough Waves already committed there by Super Frizz, but Kellera with the Sky Piercer stacks will be the one getting the kill onto Lunar. King Kong. Okay, disengage for Aurora Gaming.
All right, they're going to disengage. The Turtle's up here. ONIC Philippines might decide to go ahead and start it up. They did lose Kirk earlier on, so he's back up, as well as Brusco making his way to this fight. So they might secure themselves this objective.
Yeah.
But Aurora Gaming, they'll go ahead and focus on getting Tianzi his buffs that he needs, and maybe just give this up. Apex will give them information.
Oh! Sinking boom!
What?
What? Okay.
What's the deal?
So the turtle still goes to Aurora Gaming nonetheless, and ONIC PH will just attempt to take the mid lane, but it's a successful defense for Aurora Gaming. Oh, Apex 47 tries to go for Kellera. Tenzi makes it cutthroat already committed, but he gets denied with that title strike. Once again, Kellera is protected by none other than Brusco.
Brusco is the man right now. Just, he's got to be mentally high-fiving Kellera, or Kellera's got to be doing that, because time and time again, he's there to go ahead and save him. And that's the way, I guess, you deal with a Fanny. Hey, if they're going to go for our gold lane, you know what? We'll just go ahead and Tsunami slam him down.
Oh. That's a lot of crowd control. Will Lunar still be able to make it out of it? It is gonna be a miracle if he does, and he won't. Rosa could be the next target, but they're gonna play it safe. Super Friends has the Petrify after all. Will still decide to go for it. Kellera now trying to take down Apex 47. He's been such a nuisance, and now he's finding it hard to deal with everyone all at once.
ONIC Philippines will get them the turret. Meanwhile, Aurora Gaming still working on the rest of the map here. They're not falling too far behind with everything that's happened in the last minute or so. You know, they still keep it relatively even. They're about 1,000 gold behind at this point. And I would say, even when this Lord does come up, we could potentially see them actually try to contest it. Now, the biggest part is, once again, avoiding Super Frints, avoiding that initial burst of damage, making sure that you don't get picked off from Brusco, because he's been online, and then the Malefic Roar is picked up. Now, for Kellera, as they go ahead and put pressure on this purple buff, and, you know, Tianzi's going to be fine from that.
Fortunately, he's still able to get it, especially as there is an upcoming objective down bottom, but I feel like this is going to be the problem now for Aurora Gaming. This is why we see Sigilum and Tianzi majority of the time just on the opposite sides of the map. They're trying to deal with things right now through macro, since ONIC PH, it seems like they're grouping up most of the time, so they might be struggling to actually pull off whatever they intend to do. Now Apex 47 seems like the target for King Kong. Phantom Execution, everything is used onto Apex 47. A pick-off by ONIC right before the objective.
It might be time for Apex. Oh, Lunar?
To be a little more careful, and could that be applicable to Lunar as well? Oh, somehow dodges the combo from Super Prince and sustains everything with the Infernal Pursuit. Will Rosa catch up and deal enough damage? Also, will Sigiboom decide to join as well? It's a no for now. Aurora Gaming have already lost 2 members.
They lost the 2, and yeah, maybe for Lunar, he's got to be a little more careful now because this Lord is for the taking. Take a note of the positioning here, though, for Aurora Gaming. As he go ahead and go for it. TNZ's not going to be getting there in time. A little bit too late towards that. So Lord secured here for ONIC Philippines. Great position for them to march towards the base of Aurora. We'll see how they kind of respond to this. Again, we really haven't seen Sigiboom even be part of this a major fight just yet to utilize this Moskov here. So that could change. Kelra is going to be able to pick up a little bit more defensive-ness. He gets a Wind of Nature now. So an extra layer of protection instead of just relying on Brusco here. As we take a look at the items, you can see as well, Sigiboom is in fighting form.
Yeah.
But they actually want to try to go ahead and keep this together at the tier 2. I don't think they want to do that. Lunar jumps in though.
Oh, he still decides to go in. Apex 47 also from behind, and the Infernal Pursuits, they just keep coming. Sigiboom also decides to join the fight, and it seems like they already have enough damage. Thorndroid somehow denies Sigiboom of his attempt, so he decides to dash away, but they still get 3 members from ONIC PH.
Hey, great fight. They actually made it happen, defending under the tier 2 in the mid lane. They'll go deal with the Lord that's up in the bottom side. And they got 3 off of that, so it does slow down ONIC Philippines on that push. The Lord is cleared, and they hold on to the base shields.
Yeah, they hold on to the Holy Shields.
The Holy Shields.
So somehow, Aurora Gaming, despite everything that's happened in the past few minutes, seem like they're still brave enough to risk a fight, especially if they have the right resources to do so. I think now, if they have Sigiboom able to join them as well, because we see how things were a little different now that Aurora Gaming, they've already completed the Trinity build for Sigiboom. He already has the enough amount of damage. The Wind of Nature as well is already picked up, so things could be a little different. Oh, but there's the onward. Earth Shadow wasn't committed though. Lunar gets isolated, however, might be the pickoff for ONIC PH now. Darkwave already committed, but Super Prince, once again, nearly dodges the combo. Won't have enough time to survive though. The Sky Piercer stacks on Kelra. They're starting to balloon.
Yeah, they are. TNZ is going to go ahead and just try to get this as quickly as possible. Gets a couple hits away. Not sure if that... Okay, the Cannonman does get that tier 2 turret. Might go for a kill in Kirk?
Well, there's no Primal Wrath, but would that still be the right decision? He will no longer decide to engage.
Oh, I thought Kelra was going to say he does that.
Okay.
Just a little bit late, but I was like, man, one shot in that bush.
That could have been very, very close for TNZ here. Clearly, not the best situation for a Fanny, though. I mean, there was a clear attempt from the very beginning that they wanted to play this very aggressively, but I think a lot of this would be because of Brusco. Like the way the pickoffs are just constantly denied. I feel like even for Rosa, it's not the exact same Selena game where he just keeps going in and trying to look for the pickoffs. So it's just a macro they're trying to deal with clearly for now. But hold on the bottom lane, Apex 47 and Sigiboom trying to take down King Kong. That was close. The SOD doesn't land, but they brought him below half HP.
There is a whole lot that could happen there if it was converted to a kill, but ultimately ONIC Philippines will go ahead and start up this Lord as they center around it. Tienzi's going to go grab his purple buff, and this is just going to be the objective going in the hands of ONIC Philippines. Still, you got to go ahead and say Aurora Gaming is trying. They have been doing this the entire game to push these off lanes and try to get what they can. They've gotten turrets through that. TNZ, that's his job right now. Even got a little bit of hits there on the top turret of ONIC Philippines in the base. But now they'll have to prep up for this Lord push. TNZ is still going to go ahead and put pressure on those lanes. Apex 47 is just around the corner for this. But I think ultimately y'all want to go back to the base to get ready to defend against that Lord, because we can most likely see that this is going to be a forced fight here. Apex 47 might just walk up from the back all the way from the bottom lane. It looks like they're going to do just that. And TNZ I guess they just rely on, hey, we can actually defend this ourselves.
Yeah, they put enough trust in Sigiboom and the rest of the members. Oh, are they going to punish King Kong?
Tianzi's going to push it.
Darkwave doesn't connect, and Tianzi clearly has a different plan in mind. And Apex 47 might be the one stopping everyone else from just being able to return back to their base. But the damage coming in from King Kong is too much to handle. Now, at least Kirk gets to recall and defend that bottom lane turret.
Again, you got to put respect here for Aurora Gaming on the fact that they are playing this at just the macro level. Because of the lineup that they have, this team composition allows them to do this. But how long will it continue to work? Mid lane, I see some action here. Brusco too being spotted out, but King Kong will try to keep them at bay right now. Taking some of these buffs. Purple buff's going to be taken next here, and you know, you got to take a look too. There's some immortalities that come into play now for Aurora Gaming. So we've already seen that preview of earlier on when Sigiboom was actually able to get in position to fight. The damage is there, and you see his last item, he did pick up the Malefic gun. He's got a little bit extra range now to work with. Kelra goes a little bit more defensively, picks up the Rose Gold. So he's got that now, and this is going to be interesting because even though ONIC Philippines is ahead by 4,000 gold, it could still be a really even fight out.
Yep. I think the toughest part though for Aurora Gaming is the way Tianzi can't get his hands on his purple buff anymore. And we know how important that is for a Fanny, which is why now it's probably there's no other choice than to just literally manage the sides for TNZ, because it'll be very risky if they decide to go on and engage a fight against ONIC Philippines with the limited resources that they have. Although, yes, there is a significant gold lead, I think we're nearing the point where it might not just matter anymore, because majority of the heroes, majority of the players have already secured all of their items already. I think we've seen a couple already complete their item builds, and those are mostly in terms of the damage dealers. Both gold and jungle heroes have already completed their builds already at this point.
Yeah, mid lane, if they get there, will help a little bit, but this Lord is up. ONIC Philippines will go ahead and start it up. I'm not sure if Aurora Gaming is actually going to be able to get in fast enough for this as King Kong secures it. Spear Destruction going to be thrown out, but no follow through. So Aurora Gaming will find themselves once again in a position here, Brigida, to just defend. And, you know, they've held out for quite some time, I would say, but ONIC Philippines, I think on this one, might want to go ahead and at least get all the base turrets down, potentially ending the game if they can. A little extra damage here at the Starlium side now picked up for Kirk too, so they're going to be trying to make it a play here.
Yeah, they have to close out this game as soon as possible if they really wanted to. Oh, TNZ goes back. Might not be able to look for a lane that they can really manage, however, because ONIC PH, they've learned their lesson. They're dealing with all the waves all at once.
All right, let's see how they handle this. The Lord is in the base, and they've done enough cutting of the waves too to kind of handle it. Brusco's going to jump in. Mid turret's going to go down. Aurora Gaming hold it out. Oh, nice flicker.
That abyssal arrow lands onto Brusco as well. Could this potentially be the turnaround? Okay. Apex 47 still has the immortality, and now Aurora Gaming are taking down the members of ONIC Philippines one by one. Rosa, will he be able to catch up to Kelra? Kelra's just dancing in front of three members of Aurora Gaming. Abyssal Trap does not connect, and so will the Dark Wave. How is he able to dance around everyone like this? But he's finally taken down by TNZ, and that's three members from ONIC deleted in an instant.
And they waited more, and Aurora Gaming will have a defense, even though they lost all their base turrets. What an arrow!
King Kong will try his best to get out of this, but TNZ just needs one hit! He won't find that one hit!
He didn't have enough energy to go a little bit further, but Aurora Gaming off of that will go ahead and get a turret down in the mid. So close. Could have been quite devastating for ONIC Philippines if that happened. But what they've done is they've waited a little bit longer and even more, and Aurora Gaming might have gotten themselves in a position to actually contest the next objective that comes up, this Lord. This was a great defense, Apex 47 staying continuously in the jungle on the backside is what also allowed there to be that pressure to force some of this positioning that we see from ONIC Philippines. I mean, again, there's only so much Calro can do here on this Granger. Yeah, he was basically dancing on the Granger. He can only shoot one way.
Oh, but now they find Apex 47. Do they have enough damage? And they get to burst him down. Lunar next as well. 2 frontliners for Aurora in danger. Still goes in with the Infernal Pursuits, but that just converts into additional Sky Piercer stacks.
All right. Lunar, you gotta remind yourself and them to just calm down.
Oh! The Thorn Rose catches the Thorn Queen! And now that's 3 members of Aurora Gaming down. They might not even look for the Lord. Tienzi doing his best to try and manage the waves and potentially even look for a pickup. But the Wind of Nature was already forced out of Sigibum. Kellera might just take down Sigibum right now. He still has the immortality, but look at that. It was just a single Phantom execution. And after 20 minutes in this game, ONIC equalized the series.